Okay, so today on Seppuku review, I'm gonna do these. This is the manga set for the Gundam 00 series. Seeing as how I watched the anime, and the anime is really good. This is just for season 1, mind you. And anyone who knows me knows I'm a huge fucking Gundam freak. I could show you like all the Gundam DVDs that I have. This was actually really disappointing. If you haven't ever seen the anime, you're gonna be really lost in a lot of shit that happens in this, and I think a lot of it is just because of the fact that there's only 3 volumes. The peculiar thing to me about it, though, is that if you look on the sides, there is actually pictures of the Gundams. There is the Exia, which is number 1. Which one's that? The Dynamis, which is volume 2. And then the Virtue, which is volume 3. Seeing as how there were 4, technically 5 Gundams in that series, well, good guy suits. I could get into that, but I don't want to. There should have at least been 4 volumes and spread the story out a little bit better. And possibly even 5, and they could have made it make a little bit more sense. But after having seen the series, it was nice to read it, just because it was like a quick reminder. Kind of like watching the Relight Visions, whatever it was called. It's kind of like watching the Relight DVDs from Death Note. It wasn't anything different. It was just a really quick compilation of all the whole series. You're like, oh yeah, I remember that. It was just the big shit. Well, those mangas were kind of like that, but it jumped a lot. And the first book and the second book, or the first book and the third book, sorry, were really good. Like, they were clear. There wasn't a lot of mistakes. The second book, there was a lot of fucking typos. Like, there were speech bubbles that had the English written in them, but then there was also the angry, yelling Japanese kanji scrolled in there too. But then the chapters were all fucked up when they were labeled in the beginning, but through the book it was fine. But it's, as far as the series of mangas itself, if you haven't watched the series, I can't recommend that you read them, because it just kind of jumps, and you're not going to really know a lot of what's going on, especially storyline wise. But if you have, and you really want to read it, like I said, it's just good for, mainly just for like a quick refresher on like, oh yeah, I remember when that happened, or I remember when Setsuna fought Gran there, I remember when Setsuna almost died here, I remember when Lock-On died, you know, whatever. But, oh yeah, spoiler alert, Lock-On dies. It's, I don't know, I bought them thinking that they were going to be really cool. I had high expectations for it because I loved Gundam 00. But the mangas itself, they were really disappointing to me. As far as like me seppukuing myself, I do about a half seppuku. I'd get about halfway before I got tired of the pain. Then I would kind of give up on it. I mean, it's okay. I guess that's really all I can say about it. The series is way better. That's all I gotta say. The series, oh, and if you haven't guessed, this is probably going to be one among many Gundam reviews. I'll show you. Holy shit. Alright, see, I could literally go on for I don't know how many fucking reviews of Gundam. This is the majority of the Gundam animes that are out. And they are all in order. Yes, I know the orders. God. I feel really like a dork when I'm actually holding this. Oh well, it happens. But, like I said, I could easily go on forever, and that was just the beginning of probably a very long Gundam review. But, ooh, yeah, I'm that good. My third hand, yeah, that's what happened. Like I said, I would about half seppuku myself for it. It's not worth the buy if you haven't seen the series. Even if you have, it's really not worth the buy, honestly. If you want to borrow it just to check it out, by all means, go ahead. You can ask me, I don't care. But beyond that, I can't really recommend it to anybody, fan or not fan. So I guess that's all I got about it. I'll show you.